all the big conversations powered by social media. So on every platform, wherever it's trending, we bring you the issues, whether it is on tech, on entertainment, on music, on social issues, on politics, whatever it is that you are talking about, we will be speaking on every Friday right here on TV3. Now, I'm excited to have some of the most interesting personalities and definitely people that share their thoughts when it comes to breaking, trending, or exciting issues. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll start with my extreme left. He is a man that has coined the concept deep throat sauces and has made that a viral phenomenon. It's the one and only Emmanuel Olele Salvador Sarpong. Hi, Olele.
Hi, AJ.
Olele. It's good to see you. It's again. Now, on to the next. She is someone who has carved a niche on TikTok as a content creator and is very vocal when it comes down to it. Nana Ikea Adepa is here. Hi, Nana Ikea. You look lovely. Thank you for joining us. And this third gentleman needs no introduction, but I'm happy to do it anyways. He is a YouTuber who's gained a lot of prominence. His videos are one to watch out for. It is Berima Enter Morty. Now, I'm very interested how the name Enter Morty even came about.
Entertainment motivation.
Aha, that's right. Well, Berima, it's nice to have you here.
It's so
Thank you for
nice,
joining
so nice.
us.
Thank you so
I hope
much.
you guys have had a good week.
Yeah.
A very interesting, trending week it has been.
Messy week, I would say.
Now, we'll start it off with something that gained prominence on social media over the last few days. It's been Wanderlust. So if you don't know what Wanderlust is, it's basically a dream that a few gentlemen in Ghana coined. They decided that they're going to try and drive from Accra to London. A very interesting concept after they had seen so many people do the reverse, driving from different parts of the world and coming into Ghana. They decided, you know what, let's do it from the origins themselves, from Ghana through to the UK. And it had been a few days of driving which gained national phenomenon, but it didn't start from that. It started from a few years ago, actually pre-COVID, where the idea itself was hatched. And a few years down the line, they've actually made it into a reality and definitely put the Ghanaian flag high. Because I saw a Ghanaian licensed car by Buckingham Palace and I said, yes, Ghana, we have arrived. Let's take a look at what these nice, very innovative gentlemen had to say when they spoke to Bella Mundi earlier on this week.
What was it like? What was the feeling like driving into the UK finally and achieving that goal that you guys had set?
It was great because we had been on the road for 16 days. We were driving on average 12 to 16 hours a day. You know, so like we're all tired, we all wanted to get some rest. But then when we got to the border and saw the Vim Ghanaians met us with, I think we got more energy. Sifred had been exhausted, but as soon as he saw the Ghanaians, he hopped on, jumped on the car, started waving the Ghana flag. So that was quite exciting.
We drove on perfect roads, and I mean perfect roads. We paid tolls, significantly more than the tolls that we would have been used to in Ghana, but you can't have a complaint when you see the level of infrastructure. So we then did a bit of a pit stop in Dakar. We spent a whole day there doing a thorough servicing of the vehicles, changing oil, changing brakes, filters, everything. So we did that and then continued from there to Nouakchott. We went through the Senegal-Mauritania border, Rosso, which posed some interesting challenges for us.
We started with 5 cars and 13 people, as you know. Entering UK yesterday, we entered with 4 cars and 3 and 9 of us.
Fine gentlemen. Those were some of the fine gentlemen who were speaking to Bella earlier on TV3 New Day. And of course, this show is very, very interactive. It's powered by you. So share your thoughts. Let us know what your opinions are. Go on our live stream on Facebook, on TV3 Ghana. You can use a hashtag on Twitter, #TheTrendsGH or #TheTrends. And let us know what your thoughts are on this particular issue. Now, let me come straight to my amazing panel. Like, this was a very interesting concept. I first heard about it, I think, a few years ago. And I was like, hey, Charlie, then it would be nice if it actually gets done. And it was very exciting to see that it had been literally right on social media. They were live blogging along the way, and it was very exciting to see. What did you first think when you saw that they had begun the journey?
think first of all, I want to say shout outs to your viewers for giving me the opportunity, or giving us the opportunity to be the first panel.
Yes, you guys are amazing! Yay!
So yeah, I'm going to write it.
Today you made history with us.
And just as we made history, I think the gentlemen also made history for themselves. But interestingly, they're not actually the first people to have dared to do that. I read a report on Ghana Web where a Ghanaian did that from here to Sweden in 2007. You know, so having heard that, I thought, okay, maybe it's just an us to be daring. We just don't do it enough. You know, but when they actually started the journey, I was like, okay, this guy's actually serious. Yeah. You know, and so we were just looking forward to see if they would actually complete the journey, because it's very easy to start, isn't it? It's very easy to start. In fact, when it comes to everything or anything, anybody can start. Anybody can start.
It's the finishing.
It's the finishing. You get me? And I wasn't too surprised also hear that some of the team members had to stay behind because of, you know, document issues and all that. But all in all, I think it was a fantastic attempt, you know, to put Ghana on a map through that particular channel. I said on our show where I work that if music is not working for us and football is not working for us, maybe we should turn our attention to the car communities. Because they are daring enough to take Ghana to the next level. And I think it sets a good precedent for anybody else who's looking to try something like this.
True, really. True. Nanika?
Now, I saw it. I think the first time I saw it was when they were actually leaving Ghana.
Right.
Okay. I saw a video and I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. And then at a point I saw videos, they were doing videos of some roads that were not good, you know, their car was dusty. And I was like, okay, they're showing some parts of Ghana. And then by the time I realized it was all over social media, like everybody was now talking about it. And then I realized that, you know, the typical Ghanaian man started coming up with
interesting theories,
theories and things. Ska for life, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's true though. I mean,
you got them.
That one,
And then I'm like, Ghana is coming to do their thing again. And then I started seeing a lot of things. I'm like, when are we going to change this direction where someone does something and whether you like it or yes, it's an international platform. The country is going. So say something good about it.
Right.
And if you don't have anything good to say about it, keep quiet.
We can't keep quiet.
I mean, we all get opinions.
Yes, we all have opinions, but in the end, we always start comparing ourselves with people. Right. And one thing that these people, they have is that whether you like it or yes, when it's going international and it's in the name of their country, they are going to support. So why not keep quiet and support? When they come, then you can scrutinize them however you want to scrutinize them. And then, so I'm just saying that they've done well. We're proud of them. Right. In fact, they should try to drive back and restore.
They're coming back. But an interesting angle that popped up was how little they were supported, whether governmental agencies or car sponsors or even petrol, right? Because there were some people that probably could have come on board and given them refueling, because the cost alone, which I'm quite excited to find how much it costs in terms of refueling from here to London. But what are your thoughts when you discovered that something so innovative didn't get as much attraction in terms of sponsorship?
Yeah, I mean, not even only sponsorship. I feel even the noise was too little. I mean, we're supposed to make so much noise about this. I mean, people were in their kitchen cooking and the whole Ghana was talking about it, right? So our own people were on the road. I mean, people are traveling on road from Accra to London. We've not seen this before. This is history. You know, so I was expecting literally everybody should be talking about it. I mean, big shout out to Media General, I mean, for those interviews and, you know, all of that. Now, to talk about the whole sponsorship thing, I think this has kind of exposed a lot of things that we that are behind the scenes we go through. Yes. Now, there are a lot of projects we have. There are a lot of, you know, these big companies, you approach them and sometimes, I don't want to say that people call themselves the so-called PAs. Sometimes it's not even the big man.
So you even get to see the big man, eh?
Sometimes you pass through somebody before you get to this big man. And they have become the
Gangareers.
Upper echelon. You know what I mean? So, yeah, so I think that could be the actual issue, because the guy came out and said that, look, I would have gladly be a part of this. I mean, if they had genuine reasons why they did not jump on this, definitely they would have come up with, oh, maybe, you know, maybe our budget wasn't, or blah, 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 stuff like that. So look, we would have gladly jumped on this, you know, meaning that they submitted proposal or whatsoever, they got to some people, but the meeting was a problem. So please, big brands, if we are coming to you, we beg you.
Allow.
You see, some of us, sometimes, you know, some people, they can't speak well. Yeah. And so when they are trying to explain to you the project, you think it's something, you know, average.
Yeah.
But when it comes to light, because this is the first of its kind.
Yeah.
So I'm sure probably those that I think came to, you know, fall on their lap will be like, oh, but that's not been done before.
Exactly.
Is it even possible to be done? You understand? So I think those are some of the things, but give people a shot.
But aren't they allowed to be skeptical? Because, and I'm not speaking for the PR branding or anything of that sort, but if something's not been done before, as you rightly said, it's relatively new, won't you want it to be done first? Then I say, okay, the next one, then I'll come on board. Aren't you right to be cautious
AJ,
as a
this
brand?
is expedition. We are talking about driving from Accra to London. This is not something that people will just get up and then say that we are going to do it. And you don't even have the capacity.
And then again, when did we stop taking risks?
Well,
every business is a risk.
Yes, and we have a lot of people with good ideas, with you know, things that they want to execute. And then because they can't get to the right people, you can see, say, this is the person, right? I want to get to the person. You go 1, 2, then block. You may be able to pass this person. You go 1, 2, double block. That's what's happening in the system.
With the Wanderlust Ghana team, I don't think they didn't know what they were about. If you're reading the reports or shall I say the documentation on their website, they've been writing about their expeditions.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done the whole of Ghana. Before the trip, they took a trip to Togo to test the cars. They further went to Cote d'Ivoire to test the cars. Apart from that, they also knew that Google Maps could be, you know, sometimes.
So those were even case studies, right?
Exactly. So they embarked on these, you know, shall I say, test trips to even kind of like develop some kind of relationships with the local persons within these areas, because you're going through borders. Google Maps will not. Google Maps will say, keep going, keep going. By the time you realize, you know what time is it. So you need that. So they did all these things. I don't think they would go and sit before anybody at all and say, we don't know what we're doing. Exactly. They prepped. They've done this before. All they needed was support. I heard in one of the interviews that was had on New Day that one of the gentlemen said that he tried to get a government official, not because he needed money. He just needed some kind of endorsement.
That you can go in our name.
Because he said if it's money in Kwanda, they have money. And if you look at the conversations were not sponsorship as in money. If it was money, they were good. They are
not asking for money because they know they will not give them.
Well.
But they have their own money, so
you know, which is really the order of the day for most corporate organizations. And I always say this, that when creatives embark on these daring projects, we never see, you know, shall I say, the future. But when we succeed, the same corporate companies want to tap into our PR.
That's when they start rushing. You see this thing where creatives will start, right? Then they won't get support from anywhere. And then someone will struggle, and then they will get somewhere. Then the brands start rushing, and them too, they will start doing shakara.
Well.
that they are
grow with them.
Rude.
Grow with them, and you just might be in a better position to be able to take advantage of that. Well, we're going to be taking a few of your tweets because you have certainly been speaking about it. But going on to our live viewing on Facebook, and Klenam Mauto says TV3 never disappoints. Great show. Abna Osei says, hi Abna, I'm watching you live from Takrade. Mike says, wow, my favorite TV station, TV3, I love you. Abna Osei says, TV3, the best station, I love you. Getting into a few more. Evans Gia says, what should we continue talking about? I said, okay, all right, that's cool. DeJoy says, TV3 always lifting the bar. Well, those on Twitter as well were speaking very candidly about these issues, and here are some of the tweets and what they have to say. Getting into the very first one, Oi Limani at Oi Limani says, African borders, shaking my head. I was part of a road trip from Accra to Freetown in 2018, and the borders were hell. What? Well, true. They did speak about how terrifying some of the encounters were. Max Stevenson, Nana Redu says, I think they should show boys the road.
Yeah, ready.
Soon, we'll be having...
You get for money.
Stand Up and Mikanda says, why to London? Couldn't they have done this trip through only African countries? I don't get or understand this obsession with London. Oh, what we know say London. I was who dares... Okay, thank you for your tweet. Coffee Pancake says, I love the interviewer's question. Such a cool mission. I hope they get all the support they need. Absolutely. Absolutely. Getting into another one, Vita One says, what if their car got spoiled on the way where there is no filter? So
typical.
They took a filter and they actually fixed their cars when they got spoiled. GH Presidency says, so what impact has this made to poor Ghanaians? The amount of fuel consumed could have been used to sort out a child in need. Let's stop praising unnecessary things. Always someone with a negativity. Always someone with a negativity.
They always have a way of telling you how to spend your money.
Isn't it quite interesting? We do have people, we do have people that will always tell you how you should be spending your money. But getting into a few more Facebook messages, Paul Adongo says, hi AJ, love your show. You guys are amazing. Getting into a few more. Selam Agbabito says, this is very creative. Well, thank you very much. Tune in every Friday at 5 p.m. But also, one person who came out to sort of give his clarity on the issue was the CEO of Kantanka, Saf Kantanka, who came out to say that even though he loves expeditions and this is something he would have been really excited about, he actually did not know what was happening. It seems whoever they were trying to reach to get to him may not have been the person to reach to get to him, because all his PA said they didn't get them a call. Nobody says they knew what was going on. So somehow we're not sure who they called and how come they weren't able to get all the details. And well, perhaps they will, but we won't get to hear.
I'm very sure if they get to know who they went to, somebody will lose their job.
That's why everyone would deny. But let's take a look at what Kantanka had to say.
Also get in touch with Kantanka to embark on this journey with you with one of their vehicles. Saka, I like how you're laughing. Yes, Saka.
We don't want to even talk about it because, you know, we tried to seek help and support from various places. Richard, would really like you to address this one because I might not be able to say it nicely.
Yeah, it's quite a thorny issue, the relationship between like entrepreneurs and various institutions. I see it, I've been running businesses for the last 20-something years, with phenomenally successful at some have been abysmal failures. But we still move on. And what I find is that a lot of the time corporates they are like fair weather friends. They go with you when everything is smooth and hanky. We didn't get the support. We approached Kantanka. They didn't make time. Yeah, they didn't even get the time.
Sorry, I didn't quite get that. You said what? They didn't give you the time to see you.
They didn't give us the audience.
They didn't even give us the time of the day. They didn't bother with the meeting. We approached Nissan. In fact, Kwame Pratt bought a Nissan specifically for this purpose.
Well, that's what the members of the Wonderlust team had to say about it. Speaking on his defense, the CEO of Kantanka came out to tweet and said that he actually had no idea that they were trying to reach him. And then another conversation he had with Bella, this is also what he had to say.
I'm sure you probably haven't slept all night because you've had to respond to a lot of tweets and messages here and there. But first of all, tell us, what went wrong? Did you even know about this in the first place? Did they contact you directly?
Okay, so before I even start saying anything, yesterday I got a call from one guy named Kojo Koto that he was calling from, I think, city people or so. He said he tried contacting me through my people, and I think they were not able to successfully reach me. So I was like, yeah. But the funny thing is, I only got to know about this expedition on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was marveled because I've not really been out there lately. I was not feeling too well, so I just took some time off to rest and get better. So currently, I had no idea of the expedition. If you know me very well, aside being the CEO, I love cars, I love driving. So if it was something that even Kantanka was going to be on, trust me, I would probably have selected maybe 2 cars, been in one, and probably give one to another person.
Well, yeah, so he said he not only would he have supported it, he would have been a part of it. PAs are worrying us. PAs are worrying us. PAs are just giving us stress. They are blocking chances left, right, center.
I'm not.
You're not sold. Because quite a few people were not sold
I think
about
this
it.
is just pure crisis management.
Damage control.
Yeah, pure crisis management.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that
Yeah.
in a digital age where, you know, everything is happening on the spur of the moment, you know, people are having conversations, they're talking about these things, and none of your team members in the Kantanka Automobile Company picked it up. Like nobody, even if it didn't get to you, nobody could call you and say, oh, boss,
Something like this is going on. We can
Because even for nothing at all, they did a whole photo shoot.
Yes.
And then they did like proper, just to announce that it's about to happen. Like, I knew about this 3 years ago or 2 years ago or something. Like, it's been in the works.
Even if it's been 3 years, that's a long time
Yeah.
for you to even have some kind of conversation or even hear about it.
Yeah.
You get me? I understand that, yeah, he has to save face for the company and everything, but I think...
That's what you think?
Yeah, I think that he has to save face because, you see...
You don't agree?
I mean, it's not everybody who is always online, and I mean, he made it clear. They said he would have loved to be a part of the whole expedition.
Bro, I won't know.
No, listen.
If you heard the same thing, wouldn't have wished to also be in the car as
In
well.
fact, me, I wish to be a part of the party.
This would have been a perfect opportunity. Look, even if the Kantanka car has gotten to Morocco or only Spain, it's a big shot for them. Yeah, it means that your car can go that far.
Yeah.
We're not saying, because some people might think that, okay, oh, maybe the car would not be in that
great shape,
to get to that
It's
10,000.
not just about thinking. People
You get
actually
it.
said it. People tweeted about it.
No, but
they,
you know, as the point is, we Ghanaians, you know, they support this Kantanka.
Yeah.
That is our problem.
That's
If you
facts,
look on the streets,
What, in your opinion, prevents us from championing or rallying around the Kantanka brand the way we should?
Yeah, I think besides it being somehow a kind of a Ghanaian attitude, I think they should also work on their branding and PR. It is very important. When it comes to cars, people try to attach cars with luxury and, you know, sort of, you know, that kind of attachment. And I think they should really, really, really look at their brand positioning in the market. It is very, very important. Kantanka cars can rock shoulders with the likes of all the big names that we know out there.
Yeah.
And if they really, really want us to know this, their marketing team, their PR team, their branding team must be on top of their games. This is a big loss for them, for they not being able to be a part of this expedition, because it would have elevated the brand to that pedestal. So, I mean, the good news is this is not the first time, this is not the only time these guys are going to do this. I learned they are going to drive to Cape Town, which I'm planning on joining them anyway.
Oh, wow. You will.
But then, this is not the first time somebody's complaining about trying to reach out to Kantanka and not getting them. So I think it's an internal thing. The people
you just
that
don't get
work,
access.
Exactly.
Okay.
They are. I'm not going to say they're not doing their jobs, but somebody there
is preventing
them
from coming to the CEO.
Yes.
Because you need to go through me to get to the CEO.
And then you're losing opportunities, whether they like
but
it.
it's corporate thing.
But
you cannot just get to Mercedes-Benz CEO just like that.
But you see, sometimes they try and make themselves a bit more accessible, especially for ideas. So you need to get to a point where you have a whole department which is able to take ideas, shift through, and just present it to you, so that you say, okay, this works, this doesn't. I'm willing to sit with this person. I'm willing to sit with that person. But if there's no, and a lot of people on Facebook at least have come up with different stories about how they've tried to go and even shoot at the factory or go around the factory or even promote the factory, and they've hit a brick wall.
And that's where I would really want to address, especially for Kantanka, that when you hear such reports happening in 1-2 minutes,
Yeah.
then maybe you need to do some.
Yeah,
some
so
double
yeah,
checks.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is just like
You
this is
know,
more of a
you need
feedback.
to, you need to
definitely for
reflect
them
on
also.
some
Yeah.
of your business activities.
Yeah.
Although there have been some people who have also said that they've reached out to Kantanka, being the
Yeah.
CEO, and the CEO has given them audience.
Yeah.
I saw an artist.
Yes,
You
one
posted a
Caucasus,
picture.
one of
Yeah.
Caucasus
Yeah.
music video.
Akrobato and co.
Yeah, and you know, a photographer also shared it. So it's like if you don't have Kojo Sarpong Kantanka's number,
There's a block.
your chances of getting Kantanka coming on board,
Is limited.
Yeah.
thank you very much. And that shouldn't be, you know, that shouldn't be. It should be able to be fluid and flexible enough that when you hear a good idea, you see the opportunity to be a part of it, and then you keep
And
it
I think
moving.
even beyond this particular one, I think in general for a lot of brands,
Yes.
Yes,
to be
very
more
true.
open to
Yeah.
working, because right now social media is the way, and to be able to jump on content creators and then just
Yeah.
maximize publicity when they can. So yeah, you guys should be more open to
And
hearing
also,
ideas.
let me just quickly add that in as much as we are asking the brands to do this, the content creators themselves also need to understand the business of what they're doing. You can't
Thank
go and
you.
Bring a
stand
proposition that makes sense.
makes sense.
Thank
Business
you.
sense.
When you
Or
ask you
talk
to
to
do
our
it,
honor,
say,
for
hey,
example,
well, yeah, and no,
And I think I have the numbers.
tell
But
us.
do my numbers work for me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is it my
The
demographic?
niche,
Is
the
it
right
aligned?
niche.
Whatever
Yeah.
you're proposing, how is it
Yeah.
going to benefit my company?
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
you're going to convert and translate your visitors into customers. These are what the brands are looking for.
for.
They're not
Yeah.
just looking for impressions. Impressions are
Numbers
very
and
big. Can get
engagements
impressions,
and- yeah.
So yeah. it's a
Anyway,
win-win.
well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be getting into a lot more trending conversations, of course. Let your voice be known. Use the hashtag the trends, the hashtag the trends GH, and of course, tweet at us at TV3GH, myself at AJ Sarpong, and we'll be getting into a lot more when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome to NLA 590 Mobile. Today we will discuss how you can win cash by playing 590 on your phone or online. Visit 590mobile.com.gh or dial *959# on any handset or network and choose option 7 on the menu for Perm 3. Perming allows you to increase your chances of a winning combination. Perm 3 gives you 2,100 times your stake amount when 3 or more numbers from your selection appear in any order. You need to select from 4 or up to a maximum of 10 numbers, all between 1 to 90, to play PEM 3. Thank you for your attention. And remember, you can stake your favorite NLA 590 lottery on your phone or online right now. All wins are paid same day, in full, and direct to your Momo.
Please dial 059-692-1590
For any assistance, 590 Mobile. Ed Downsem.
Introducing the ITEL S23, where smoothness meets vibrant colors. Experience the power of smooth performance with the ITEL S23. With its 128 plus 16 GB ROM. Whether it's gaming, streaming or multitasking, capture vibrant and lively moments using the ITEL S23's 50 megapixels ultra clear camera. The ITEL S23 transforms from white to a stunning pink hue under sunlight or UV rays. So join me and unleash your true colors with the ITEL S23. ITEL S23, super smooth and colorful.
You tune in to The Trends right here on TV3. My name is AJ Sarpong. I'm your host, and this is a brand new show. It comes every Friday at 5 p.m. and basically focused on all the social media trends. Everything you're seeing online, we bring it to you right here on the show. I'm joined by Berima Entomoti, Nane Kia Depa, and Emmanuel Olile Salvador as my panel for today. And we first spoke about Wonderlust. Now we're moving on to the second trending conversation. This has taken different turns different dimensions from resignation through to arrest, finally to freezing of accounts. I'm talking about former Minister of Sanitation, Madam Cecilia Dapa. And this one is quite interesting because she, well, was known as one of the lesser bothered ministers. Like, she kept to herself largely and insisted that Accra was a cleaner city, and we forgave her for that. But then it seems that a particular court document came into our public domain, and it was a legal issue she was dealing with, where some domestic helps in her house were very liberal when it came to taking care of what they need to, and actually stole from her not just a small amount of money, but quite significant, running into millions of cedis and up to $1 million. And well, these are the quick facts of the case. So it was Cecilia Dapa's alleged stolen cash case. Accused persons were Payson Botre, Sarah AJ, Kweku Botre, Benjamin Sowa, and Malik Dauda. They were further amended. The accused persons included quite a few other people who also benefited from the stolen loot. The amounts that were involved were quite a bit. So the stolen cash started off with a bag containing about 200,000 US dollars, a bag containing 300,000 euros, about 300,000 Ghana cedis, which was meant for her mother's contribution at her mother's funeral, over 50,000 in the house, and as well over 800,000 US dollars, which was allegedly belonging to her deceased brother and was sent to her along with some regalia for safekeeping after his death. So that was what the facts of the case turned out to be. Non-monetary items that were also stolen by her domestic helps include 5 different men's suits valued at $500 each, 5 pieces of kente valued at over 15,000 cedis, a collection of jewelry valued at over 95,000 US dollars, kente cloth and other cloths valued at over 56,000 Ghana cedis, dresses valued at over 20,000 Ghana cedis, handbags valued at $35,500, perfume valued at over 1,400 US dollars. It was a lot. It went on to become a very interesting dynamic when this particular case went on to develop into develop different legs, because once the allegations came out, the first question everyone asked was, how was it possible that this amount of money was just at home, in her home, for her house helps to be able to get access to and steal? And if they could take this much without being noticed, how much truly was in the house? This led to a very big public outroar and developed into her resignation, led into her being arrested by the special prosecutor. And now we've even found out there's even more money in different bank accounts in Ghana. And plus, it's shocking.
The amount of money
it's shocking. There's cash in Ghana. Hey. We are suffering for nothing.
They play.
It is casual. But yeah, bre.
Listen, this conversation is very sloppy for me. You know why?
Explain.
Because I personally do not know what business Mama Cecilia, I like to call her Mama Cecilia, because you know when you are rich like that, you come with the title.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mama the title.
Mama
the mama.
So we don't know. We are not privy to the businesses she's involved in, apart from being
plus
a minister.
also her husband is also a well-to-do man.
Exactly. So at first I was, quick to say, hey, Ghana Sika, but on second thoughts, I want to believe that there have been other businesses that have contributed to that.
No, but she said that the 800K is her brother's money.
Which businesses? Meba. Now I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
My challenge is it the same way we go to corporates and government and they don't have money?
Yeah.
This money is in someone's house.
Yes.
Hey.
I'm not sounding like an entitled person, but I'm saying that there is money like this in your house. It's not in your bank.
What?
It's in your
There's
house.
already money in the bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's choked. Because
it's
two Prudential bank accounts. So there were monies in 2 Prudential bank accounts. There was another, I think, $100,000 or so in SGS's.
No, yeah, there are quite a few bank accounts.
Very good.
Yeah.
But the creative will walk into a government institution and say, please, we want to do a project that will benefit Ghana. They'll tell you there's no money.
There's no money.
The creative
But
arts,
then my money is not government money. So
That
I
is
can
why-
assume that if it's my money in my house, it's my money.
no, but you see, it can be your money, right?
Yeah.
But AJ, this is the Minister for
Sanitation.
and what? Water resources. One of the quietest ministries.
We're just supposed to make it clean, Accra clean.
Yes.
But she says Accra is already clean.
Yeah. Yes,
So
it's already clean.
per her declaration, she doesn't need to do much.
Right.
Right. But this is the ministry that has now received a spotlight. So imagine the other ministries that we haven't paid attention to.
I use small fishes. I have the big fish.
I will leave it to the rest of my team.
Statistically, we are 85% clean in terms of the minister's standard.
Where?
We're 85%.
85%.
Yeah, in the areas that matter.
I am just waiting for the OSP report.
Right.
That's why I'm not quick to make some. For me, I'm just asking questions around, because see, the creative industry in this country, we are suffering. Like, look, we need money to move things, to get things done. And if that, look, maybe I'm just being a bit optimistic, but if these monies were there, do you know what we could have done with these monies? Not just for ourselves, but
I wonder why are you making projections on someone's money?
You see what I was saying?
Because the special prosecutor has reason to think that there may be some corrupted practices leading to the generation of this money.
Let the OSP do his investigations. I'm also doing mine.
Okay. And yours is telling you that.
This is my analysis. I'm saying that, mommy, this money is in your house. I know a creative has worked in, so much so their house up has worked in to even take $1 million out to build a house, buy a car.
Series of houses.
I'll be you in there. Buy a car for your boyfriend, and the house helped too. Congratulations. Because you go and come back to the same house and still come and work there. Oh, what kind of boldness is that?
You don't watch investigative movies.
What kind of boldness is that?
Like FBI sites
But I'll come to your points very much end as well, Nanukia. Let's see what you were saying on social media. So quite a lot of you were voicing out your opinions once the issue broke. And Anthony G_D says, how much has Cecilia contributed to this project? And that is between her and God. We'll come back to it. We're going into the next one. From the cute nurse, Cecilia Dape's case makes me understand how far those Swery says, why do we call for the resignation of these leaders who are caught in scandals and not seek their imprisonment? There's no way the Cecilia Dapa lady can account for these huge sums of money in her account, but she will walk freely, shaking my head. Well, we're yet to see the full extent of the law. I mean, first and foremost, she's been arrested. The law
AJ is so predictable.
I'm just saying.
So predictable.
Ajima_Boateng says, Cecilia Dapa, no, she gets money. Hey, $590,000 and 2.5 million Ghana cedis casually sitting at home, even after the maids steal $1 million and several million cedis. But honestly, how do you keep money more after you are? Anyways.
Another discussion.
Stacey's Beard says, fact, we need her to explain how a minister of the country, Ghana, has $1 million in cash in a room in her house, as well as 300,000 euros and millions of Ghana cedis. Should we assume that all our ministers have that kind of money in their homes too?
We can't
that's been, I think, one of the biggest conversations that has popped up on if this is Cecilia or Madam Cecilia, then how much more other ministers that hold bigger portfolios? And there's been a general...
Let's go to where the money is. Finance.
And there's been a general consent, I think, feeling amongst Ghanaians for quite a while that this one has sort of validated that people go into politics not to help the country, but to enrich themselves. And it's always been a feeling, a rumor, but no one has not been grounded in fact until now. Yes. But what are your thoughts, seeing the development from the resignation to the arrest to now, seeing how much money was discovered in her house as well as her frozen bank accounts?
Just before the part comes, I want to ask a very important question. Mama Cecilia knew that they were coming to her house. Right?
I don't think she did.
Are you sure?
Because if she did, nobody would leave that kind of money in the house.
I mean, after the arrest, they still found that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think she did.
Yeah, please. It's my. I don't take my.
Okay.
I don't
Boss
think so
your
far,
brain,
man. I don't think so far.
When this whole thing started, right? I just picked the story and then I did it on my platform. And then one question somebody asked in the comment section was, you see how GRE, when somebody celebrates their birthday,
and
then they will give them 50,000,
quick,
10,000, then they will go and
they'll send you a letter.
Give us
Quick.
What happened?
Quick, or maybe
So
she's
this
paid.
woman.
She has too much cash.
No, so
Maybe
they.
she's
I mean,
Maybe she's
this one,
taking
this
care
one,
of
the SP has to step in. OSP has to step in. So they've stepped
But
in.
then, I mean, it gives people that idea that the systems we have only works on the average Ghanaian.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Because there's somebody in a year, very saying, as I've watched it, who has stolen a chicken.
And it's going in for
And
30
it's going
years.
in for 30 years.
But there.
It's going in
So,
for 30 years.
I would say that it's opening a lot of people's eyes to certain things. And I'm hoping that in the end, it will not cause more problem than it's causing now. Because, truth be told, people do not trust the system. People feel like they are not heard in the country. This morning I heard, I think on TV3, that someone was saying that, so she had all this money in the house and then the NAPCO people are suffering. They can't
But
pay
it's
them.
her
It's her personal money.
No.
But you see that Ghana entitlement
why are we
thing?
feeling entitled to
You know,
someone's
but I was
money?
there,
we have to be entitled.
Why are you feeling entitled to someone's money?
You have to be entitled. We don't
We don't know where it's coming from.
No, it could be that she's worked.
Cecilia became a minister.
I can't tell for before that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No, but
that we are
AJ,
knowing
after
this
that.
today. I don't think it would have been a big news if she
But
was a minister.
it could be money from 10 years ago.
Only there was a
But she just
video
doesn't put in the
trending.
bank. I'm just saying.
No, AJ, there was
$1
a video
billion,
trending,
10
right?
years,
And the guy was like, she was born in that town, right? But she has never heard of the woman.
Really?
Yeah, I saw a video like that as well.
Saying that she doesn't even know that the woman comes from there, and if she has all that money stuck up in her house, and then they're in the village suffering.
But she's not their MP. She's not their DC.
No, but then she's a descendant of that community.
So are we saying that
least
everyone that
at least so they could
Boreholes.
well,
at least,
well,
yeah.
You know, rich people don't like to show when you do this.
But honestly, if I was to come into your house today, Aunt Morty, how much will I find?
Oh wow!
AJ,
you find coins.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, but you can't do. You're a big YouTuber. You can't do that.
E-money. The point is.
Oh, you drive a Range Rover. Oh, that's what my producer say.
She told you that.
Or maybe even a Bentley, like, or it could be even a V8. I mean, like, life is good.
On your connection,
or train Bentley, so I become Olele drives a Maserati too as well. You know, and Nane Kuya came in.
You know what I mean?
All of you, there must be money in your bedroom.
I receive it.
There must be money in your bedroom. How much do we find?
Oh no. It's
we find.
No, it's e-money. It's coins.
Oh, see,
So the point is.
There is no point. There is no point.
The point is.
Declare your assets.
I don't endorse theft in people's homes.
Yeah.
You know, domestic stealings and all of that. But I was so thankful that this happened.
Oh wow!
Yes, that they stole the money.
Oh, we can't endorse crime on this show.
Initially, I'm saying that I don't endorse that.
Yeah.
I mean, but the law is dealing with them.
You can tell that it's karma that saved her.
May say God. Okay, make I don't thought that one.
Karma,
But Charlie, I'm too bad dead.
On that note,
we're going to happen. For real.
We're going to take a quick break.
Oh, you got $1 million in your bedroom. I pay 10,000 credit. I business. Just they will not even listen to you.
But
they will not mind you.
No, if you go into public service for, anyways, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping it up beautifully right here on The Trends.